Alright, starting on Trilby's notes at last. Seriously, this is probably my favourite game out of all of them, with the possible well, can we really call Art of Theft canon? I guess. Yeah, screw it. Looking at tutorial and no commentary. The following documents are taken from the handwritten notes of Trilby, an STP field operative whose real name remains unclassified. Sorry, classified. Yeah. Game over. That's what I thought as I stood and watched the full manor collapse into flaming ash. The ordeal was over. Those 5 days cost us all so much. Philip and AJ paid with their lives. They were the fortunate ones. Jim Fowler was expelled from school for truancy, a bright future in tatters, and Simone Taylor took to the bottle. Her broadcast became slurred, her eyes hollow and unwelcoming. Soon she vanished from the television screens. As for me, I tried to return to a life as a cat barrler, but I'd been forever tainted by my time spent in that wretched house. The memories of my possession came back in my nightmares. Every night I was there again in the mansion, staring out through unfamiliar eyes as Philip died by my hands. I thought you'd enjoy that. I became convinced that John Defoe was not at rest, that someday he would return for me. I became so terrified of invisible enemies that I forgot about the tangible ones. Two slow, miserable years after Defoe Manor, a barrage of truncheon blows taught me a harsh lesson in reality. I woke up in the kind of filthy cell I assumed would be my new home. But then he came. The man from the government with his nervous smile, offering an alternative. The STP, the Special Talent Project. It hadn't been that much earlier that I would have sooner died than entered an obligation with anyone, least of all the government, because remember the company? Had Defoe Manor changed me so much? Whatever my reasons, I left my past behind and resolved to give my new superiors nothing to complain about. I spent a year and a half completing assignments, developing contacts, building a reputation. And then the past caught up. In the summer of 1997, I became concerned about Simone Taylor's mental well-being. The papers were reporting her continual breakdown, and she had become a virtual recluse. I had no idea if my appearance would assist or hinder. I had, after all, deliberately allowed her to think me dead. Presumably she knew different now, after the media coverage of my arrest, but I would expect her to be bitter about my subterfuge. On balance, I decided that a meeting with an old friend would most likely be beneficial. I came to her apartment building on a warm, stormy night and braced myself for the encounter. Okay, this game works a bit differently from other things. You walk around using the cursor keys, and to do stuff, you have to type it. If anybody has ever played Peasant's Quest on HomestarRunner.com, they will notice an extreme similarity to this. Dorman assured me that Simone's in, decided it was time to enter by my own methods. Oh yeah, I should probably say inv there. Or you can press tab to open it, whatever you like. I tend to just use inv because I'm more familiar with that. But yeah, we saw I had lockpicks, so pick lock. This bit's interesting. We can see hardly anything. Open curtain. Pulled open the blind. And yes, we all saw that. The body on the floor was undoubtedly Simone. I felt for her pulse and my hands came away stained with long, cooled blood. My fingers traced the outline of a large wound in her torso, slashed by a big weapon, wielded by a big assailant. I called for an ambulance, as futile as it would be, and left before they arrived. Due to me being a clear murder suspect, I was relieved from duty for the week as it took the Ministry of Occultism to inspect the flat and confirm supernatural activity. My superiors simultaneously apologised and assigned me to investigate if there was a connection to the Defoe Manor incident. Merely reading those 3 words, capitalised on the loose leaf file, brought the nightmares back with more intensity than ever. Sure enough, a field agent reported that looters had discovered and sold several artifacts from inside the mansion, including the wooden idol that housed John Defoe's soul. To my surprise, no murders had been reported or committed by anyone who had come into contact with the accursed trinket, but I did not find this reassuring. I quickly advised James Fowler to go into hiding. He was stunned, but agreed. The boy had sense and still respected my judgment. This done, I began following the idol's trail. From the pawn shop it had entered possession of one Professor Abhad Kahal, an authoritative historian. He had scheduled some sort of antique fair in the Clairvoyant Hotel, am I saying that right? On a small island off the coast of Anglesey, popular with tourists. Assuming the role of a scholar of antiques, I booked a room. And then I cut the video.